Say greetings to everyone. This is Brother I Am Broke, the Urban Explorer, over here on the west side of the city of Detroit, over here off Claremont and the John C. Lodge Service Drive. Right now, sisters and brothers, I pan to the left. We got Herman Kiefer right across the street, right there at Taylor and John C. Lodge. And right now we're in front of the old Carolyn Crosman School. This school right here, brothers and sisters, used back in the day when I was coming up was a school for alternative. It was an alternative education school. And just to let you know, this school is about 101 years old. It was built in 1911. I was just checking out some of the markings on this school right here, brothers and sisters, and you got YBI Pony Down. Now, just to let you know, YBI was stood for Young Boys Incorporated, and Pony Down was their rivals, drug crew. And there's a lot of history that has been documented about YBI, Young Boys Incorporated, and Pony Down. And if you want to check it out, you can go on the internet and you can find a lot of different information. So right now, brothers and sisters, what we're getting ready to do is step right on in, and we're going to look around briefly. And as I stated before, this school is over 100 years old. 101 years old to be exact. And we see the scrappers have been in here. And there's water running. And we see someone has disposed of an old Christmas tree. See how deep that water is there. And once again, I gotta thank everyone who is taking the time out to watch my videos and basically get a history lesson. Because as I always say, tomorrow is not promised to any one of us. And the thing that we got to remember is that these buildings, as old as they are, today they're here, tomorrow they're gone. So that's the other thing that we must take into consideration. And right now we're in the lower floor. Down, I guess what you consider not the basement, but another part of the building. And what I meant by alternative education was this school was back in the day, back in the 80s, students could go to this school if they got kicked out of regular public school. And we can see where someone has set part of the building on fire, and you smell the smoke and the damage. See where the scrappers have been in here. Turn the light on. You hear the water running. And these are some old classrooms, but this is to be expected when you step in a building that's over 100 years old. And as I always talk about, there's so much history and so much to be learned from going into a lot of these old buildings. And by the way, I am suited up, I guess you could say. Got water running. Watch where you step, because that water's pretty deep there. About less than 6 inches, but maybe a couple of inches. But one thing you learn is that you hate getting your feet wet. I know I hate getting my feet wet. And there's another basement, but we're not going to go this way. We're going to go another alternative way, so hold on tight. This is one of the classrooms that we see the remainder of a classroom, and we see where the ceiling tiles are falling, and got like a lot of scrap metal and wood and all types of debris in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna step back out into the hallway. As we find another way around. You know, I gotta give it up to my fellow urban explorers. You know, this is a job even the Detroit police and Detroit firefighters don't even like to do. And we're still down here on the lower level floor. See the old heating room, old boiler room. And I'm surprised no one has came through here to try to get any of the old scrap out of here. And got an old classroom right here, still on the 3rd floor, lower level. And you know, they don't even design schools like this anymore with old wood slats on the floors. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the 3rd floor and see what we can see. You know, I gotta commend the person who personally sent me a personal message in my inbox on YouTube. And so we got these little high school diploma, free high school completion. You know, sometimes you need that because everybody's not going to graduate on time. Now, some people will say that, well, you know, they got all the chances in the world. But thing is, we got to remember, you know, shit happens to people. Some people don't complete high school because maybe they might have to take care of a parent or either circumstances with a grandparent, or they have to become the breadwinner, try to do the best that they can. Then you got some who drop out of school for various reasons, such as you know, maybe because of teen pregnancy. I remember when I was coming up, some guys would drop out of school to go in the Army. Now, back in the day, a long time ago, you had people that would drop out of school just to be dropping out of school because they hated school. And what we're looking at there is an old convenience store. And that convenience store, brothers and sisters, has a lot of history. A lot of drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes, thugs, drug addicts, drunks used to hang out at that liquor store right there. And that's another story within itself. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the 3rd floor. By the way, today's date is September the 11th, 2012. The 11-year anniversary for what happened on September the 11th, 2001. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy about 9/11, but I'd rather not get into that. But it's just one of those things that will make you go, This is an old classroom here. The floors are kind of weak here, so you got to be careful where you step. And we got the wall, the word wall. Antiseptic, coherent, deliberate, adult, elapse, exemplary, gratitude, inept. Oh man, a lot of words there. That remind me of being back in school, elementary and middle school.